What's going on, guys, and welcome back to LOI TV. I am joined by Socko and Tig today, our experts on Irish football. So we're just in today's video, we're going to be looking at the worst Irish team of our era. We've done the best team of our era in a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, wasn't it, at this stage? So we thought we'd just do the worst as well. But we did put some requirements on it. I think it was 5 caps minimum, so you can't just pick like a 1 cap wonder, because there's a few dodgy players at 1 cap and 2 caps.
Definitely.
So we put it as a 5 cap limit or whatever. So yeah, we'll just jump straight into it. Who do you have in goal?
I've got Wayne Henderson in goal. I had to look this one up. To be fair, keeper wise, we've had like 3 keepers now already, given Ford and Randolph, and none of them can really, maybe Westwood, but this fella, he had 7 caps or 6 caps, I think.
Yeah.
And I mean, overall his whole career, he's only got 92 appearances. It's a funny fact about him, actually. His dad, Paddy, he's a goalkeeper as well, but he was a goalkeeper in the League of Ireland, and he was actually my dad's coach.
Wow.
When he was younger, when he played football, like schoolboy football.
Let's guess.
And his nephew, Wayne's nephew, plays for Palace at the minute. His name's Stephen Henderson.
Really?
Yes, yeah.
That's
So
gas.
it's just the whole family's goalkeepers, like.
Is Stephen a goalkeeper as well for the Palace?
Yeah, Stephen's a goalkeeper. Yeah.
That's gas. Yeah, I went to Wayne Henderson as well. I was looking at Colin Doyle as well, but I think he has 4
Yeah,
caps.
he only has a cap or 2.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Who'd you go with, Socko?
Wayne Henderson as well. That must be a funny thing with the family thing, because there's
Yeah,
a
it's
good
the whole
few,
family's goalkeepers, like.
there's a good few like fathers who've been keepers, and then their son
Mm.
Casper Schmeichel comes to mind. So it must be
Yeah.
common.
At right back, I went with Kevin Foley, who has 8 caps. Played for Wolves for a little while. Was okay from memory,
Yeah.
but
I think he was always more for Wolves, but when he played for Ireland, I don't think he really stood out. I actually went with Cyrus Christie, but I know Cyrus Christie did have a good few games for us, like, and some games he was good. Like, he played in the Germany game, I'm pretty sure, the 1-0 win. But I just was so nervous every time I saw him get the ball. I've never not wanted a player in there. I know he was coming in for Seamus Coleman when he was injured, so it's probably a bit harsh on Cyrus Christie. But the fact that I probably would have left him out, with the fact that he said he was the best right back in the Championship at one stage. He wasn't even the best right back at Fulham. Like, so,
yeah.
I just think he's a bit of a chancer, and in the best team, I kind of tried to go with a solid defense that I trusted. This team, I've gone with the opposite, and Cyrus Christie, I didn't trust him one bit.
Fair. Who'd you go, Socko?
Alex Bruce, a right back.
Pretty sure he made less than 5 caps now. Did
I think he had like 10.
10 was it?
But
Just a quick intermission. Socko misread my initial text that said this team was going to be players with a minimum of 5 caps. He thought it was a maximum of 5 caps. So for a few of the answers, he's a little bit, he doesn't, he kind of plays it off. You probably noticed that, so don't give him any stick in the comments or anything. But he actually does well, to be fair, recovers it. But he read the text wrong. He actually sent me this message during the filming, but I didn't actually see it. So yeah, cut him some slack.
kind of difficult to find someone like under.
Yeah,
under
I
5
think he was a centre back, but he probably did a job at right back for you as well.
Mhm.
He was at Wigan for a little while, I remember. He did well for Hull for a while, I think, when they got to the FA Cup final and stuff. But yeah, he was never great in an Ireland shirt now.
Steve Bruce, son,
Yeah.
obviously. But yeah, I think he had like 10 caps, but I found it difficult to find under 5.
Fair enough. No one agreeing there.
My first centre back was Paul McShane with 33 caps.
I agree with you. I had Paul McShane in there as well. Another player you
Same here.
just could not trust in your defence.
Yeah, 33 caps is insane, isn't it?
More than one mistake a game. Like, how he got 33 caps is beyond me. We were really struggling at the time.
Ludicrous.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd say he had 2 good games in an Irish shirt, like, at a push. Like, he wasn't good. He wasn't good, Paul McShane.
No. Thierry Henry incident, he was involved in that, wasn't he? I think he left.
Yeah, I think it was him that
That's his
against
mistake.
Bayern,
Yeah. My centre back partnering him was Damien Delaney, 9 caps.
Shut up.
Dodgy centre back.
No.
I went with Alex Pearce, who got 7 caps.
7. I went with Darren O'Dea, another player I didn't trust.
I was thinking of him as well.
He wasn't terrible, but I was trying to think of players that actually stood out for me that I just did not want to see there. Like, when you saw these players come out, you did not fancy your chances of winning the game. Like,
yeah, he got 20 caps, I think, as well.
Something like that. Yeah, good for you. Yeah. That was another time we didn't have many good players. It was him, St. Ledger would have played together, I'd say. Like,
I think so. Jesus, yeah.
Like, St. Ledger was okay, but like, fucking hell, scraping the barrel at that time. Socko?
Yeah, same. Agree here.
Darren O'Dea.
Mm-hmm.
And fair. Then left back, I was looking at a fella called Alan Maybury. I didn't never heard of him before, but apparently
No
he got
idea who he
10
is.
caps around 2005, I think it was, when he was playing for Hearts in the Scottish League. But I probably would have pushed Darren O'D to left back then, just as a different option to that.
Yeah. I went with Mark Wilson. Like, okay, wasn't the worst player, but I just didn't like seeing him. Like, another player just never stood out. Like, never had a standout performance for him. I don't think. A little bit dodgy. He was actually all right for Stoke, I think, for a while, wasn't he? And
I always thought he was decent. Like, he's never.
I remember there was a
world
time
beater
when
now.
I kind of wanted him in the team, but then when he got in the team, he just didn't really stand out. Another hard, I thought it was a hard one to find, but yeah. I went with Mark Wilson.
Are you
Saka?
Saka?
Yeah, I'd agree with Mark Wilson. I kind of find it hard to find a few players like that.
Yeah, fair.
I'd probably
Mark
agree
Wilson,
with
how many
you.
caps did he get in the end? Do you know?
29 or something.
Sure.
29 was it? Yeah. I always thought he was
I don't know.
okay. To be
He's
fair,
okay.
Left
He
back
was
a tough
okay.
spot, to be fair.
25 caps, I think it is.
Left
But
back was difficult enough.
yeah, but yeah, I just never really liked him. I don't know. Just couldn't do anything going forward really, and then he was okay at the back, but he wasn't. He was no world beater anyway. We'll say that about Mark.
Yeah. Moving into the midfield then. On the right side, you might give out to me for this one. But he's probably not an out and out winger, but he's played like right wing for his current team a good bit. I looked that up, and in Football Manager he can play at right mid. So I've gone with Connor Salmon, who made 9 caps.
Putting him in right mid, your chance.
Yeah.
That's only because
Break my heart.
yeah. Well, I do have Connor Salmon on my team, but not in right mid.
Yeah.
He's just one of those players you kind of thought playing at Wigan and stuff he might actually push on, but
Yeah.
just never really worked out.
Scored
for
a
him in
crucial
Ireland.
goal for Wigan though.
Yeah, he relegated.
One crucial goal.
Who
West
did he
Ham.
relegate? West Ham.
Yeah. The
I
only
think he
goal
had
he
a
scored.
good game once against Man City or something when I think Man City were going for the league at the time, and he nearly kept Wigan up and everything. But yeah, Connor Salmon didn't have a good game for Ireland. I don't think so.
I thought he only had 8 or 9 caps, did he?
Yeah, 9, I think. Yeah. Who did you just go with at right mid?
I have a fella called Jonathan Douglas. I think he played more centre mid, but I kind of just stuck him out right because I was struggling to find
Do a
options.
job there.
The fella, he had 8 appearances for Ireland. He was playing in a bad time. I think it was him and what's your man's name? Played midfield for Lee Carsley, playing centre mid together like in his first game. Like so, just it was Steve Staunton there. I think he played as a substitute in the game, the San Marino game, where we lost 1-2 that one. So yeah, he just never really was very good from what I could see.
Who'd you go with, Saka?
Probably Paul Green. He didn't. I'm not too sure if he played out on the right too much.
More in the middle.
I put him in the middle of mine.
More in the middle.
I had Paul Green as my next player. Yeah.
But I thought he should have got a lot more caps for Ireland. Didn't really. I don't think he got on much in Euro 2012. But went with Paul Green. Kind of found it hard again to kind of find people.
Yeah,
I thought
22 caps in the end.
Was absolutely dire, like when he played for Ireland. Like,
I think he's still kicking now as well. I think he's like 40. He's still playing in the conference.
So he's still playing for Crew apparently. Yeah.
Oh, Crew,
yeah. Yeah, Paul Green's in centre mid for me. I just another player. See him come out and you just don't fancy your chances. Like
no, just brings
so many
games.
games.
To the table, like.
Exactly. Yeah. The fact he played so many games is really really sad. I think.
Sorry state of affairs.
Inside Paul Green, I've got Stephen Quinn, another player that I just did not like watching play for Ireland.
I didn't mind Stephen Quinn that much now.
I maybe a little bit harsh, but I just didn't.
He's a ginger one, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a ginger fella. Yeah. Just another player. I just didn't think he was creative enough. Didn't think he was good enough at anything to stand out. And
not international.
Again, I could. There's probably players that had 5 caps that played in 5 friendlies but I actually remember Stephen Quinn playing competitive games.
Yeah.
Not being good. Do you know what I mean? So that's kind of why I put him in.
Who were the pair of midfielders for you, Saka?
I had Darren Gibson down. Might be a bit harsh, but then again, I kind of found it difficult to.
It's difficult because it's like he's like last few years he's been dreadful, but like it was a stage where he was decent. Like
I think he was he had enough talent in to not be in this team anyway. I think didn't get maybe a bit unlucky with injuries and shit, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
But
drink driving and stuff. He was a bit unlucky with that.
Unlucky. Yeah, well, I like Darren Gibson. I think it's harsh, but
he was a decent player. Yeah. Who was your other midfielder? Centre mid.
I didn't have one. I kind of found it hard to find people.
Oh, fair. I went with Darren Potter, who made played 5 times.
Darren Potter never heard of him.
Yeah, he was a Liverpool young player, and he's okay back in the day, but he never really amounted to much, and should never have got 5 caps. Like
yeah. Left wing, I have a lad called Alan O'Brien. Another player only got the bare 5. I mean, he actually he's 5 caps for Ireland. He also has 5 caps for Newcastle. Like 5 appearances for Newcastle. Like went out to Carlisle on loan, Hibernian, Swindon, Yeovil, Gateshead, Hungerford Town. Like a player like that getting 5 caps, I just can't see a left
It's
midfielder.
nuts, yeah. I never even heard of that fella.
Exactly. Yeah.
I went to Alan Quinn. I think he might be Stephen's brother. I'm not too sure. But he got 8 caps. Don't remember him that well. I think he was a bit of a Sheffield United player, like in the Championship and a little bit in the Prem. But he was never really that great. I think he could do a job across the midfield. But yeah, you got 8 caps for Ireland. Another one I was looking at was Martin Rowlands, who got 5 caps for Ireland. And he was with QPR during that time. He was just like decent, like never amounted to too much, like. But he got 5 caps and he could play anywhere across midfield as well. So I was kind of between the two of them, but I just went with Alan Quinn because I remembered him. I didn't remember Martin Rowlands at all now.
Yeah, Quinn as well. A few of the articles I was looking at before this video, kind of his name mentioned a few times.
Yeah. Yes, that's the midfield more or less, I think. Then moving up to a few stinkers we've had up top over the years.
Well, obviously I had Connor Salmon up there already, but
yeah,
alongside him I've got Leon Best. I mean, be hard pressed to leave Leon Best out of this team now. 7 appearances, no goals.
Did Connor Salmon ever score for Ireland?
No.
No.
He wasn't. He's not a goal scoring striker, Connor Salmon.
He's a Dave McGoldrick type.
He wasn't the creative one either. Like, lovely bloke to all the same.
Was he playing for Ireland when you met him in 2011?
I'd say it would have been around the time
just
he got
before,
called
maybe, just similar time, like because he was in the Prem, so it would have been around that time.
You didn't get to Euro 2012, did you?
Don't think so.
No.
Who did you go up front, Soccer?
Simon Cox.
Simon Cox,
I was looking at Simon Cox as well. Bless him.
Yeah, he, I suppose, tried his best, but I never really like.
Yeah, going to a Euros with him up top was just very sad.
I guess it's hard, like
Long Cox.
I guess it's hard playing alongside someone when like you have Robbie Keane beside you. You're always guaranteed to get a goal out of him. But yeah, Simon Cox probably my main one. Connor Salmon beside him, I suppose.
Yeah, I went with Leon Best, as you said, Tyg. He was with Newcastle when he got the call up, and he played a bit in the Premier League, like, but he was never great. Like, and he was behind like the likes of Andy Carroll and stuff at the time in the pecking order at Newcastle. I think he might have scored in the 4-4 draw against Arsenal that time. Did he? Was that? Am I making it?
Did he score in that game?
I think he might have. Yeah, I think he scored the second goal.
No, obviously Tiote scored the
winner. Rest in peace. Yeah.
Might have been. He has 10 goals for Newcastle in 42 games.
He scored one of the goals in that game, and I went alongside him. I went with Stephen Elliott, who made 9 caps for Ireland. And he was Mick McCarthy was a big fan of him. He signed him for Sunderland and for Wolverhampton Wanderers. But yeah, he was half decent Championship striker, I think. Probably should never have been on the international stage like one of them. 9 caps. I think he scored 1 goal in the 9 caps. But yeah, I went to Stephen Elliott alongside Leon Best up front.
There you have it. So, how do you think that team will get on now in a qualification campaign?
Yeah, no, just wouldn't be
I
back
think
in our
that
chances.
team would be. I think some of those players in the team with better players around them, and we only beat San Marino 2-1. Like so.
Yeah.
Last minute goal,
with a few worse players in
Ireland.
there. Like,
Steve Ireland last minute goal. That's dreadful.
A few worse players in there might be at their level maybe at that with some of those players.
Yeah, looking back at it, I was just looking at Paul Green getting 22 caps. I was like, how did that happen?
Just disgraceful.
Paul McShane 33, Darren O'D 20. Like, if they got 1 or 2, you'd be like, fair enough. Like, just an injury crisis or something. But the fact they were consistent figures, like
literally, yeah.
Probably probably a few mentions. A lot worse games. Like I say, the Cyprus losing 5-2 away to them was maybe the worst game.
Yeah.
Of Irish football in like the 2000s.
Definitely.
I think Alan O'Brien came on that game for like 10 minutes or something. Just came off the bench, impact sub, like did absolutely nothing. Like.
Anyway, guys, there you have it. The worst Ireland 11 of our era. So looking like the 2000 onwards point. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Make sure to drop a like on it down below and make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch us in a bit.